It was a Thanksgiving that was like no other. I mean, I really had something to be thankful for, that I was out and got to spend this one with my family.
Robin Brown has much to be thankful for. In 2014, just before Thanksgiving Day, he was reunited with his family and released from prison. His time behind bars was a result of a lifetime of drug use and crime. He began using methamphetamines when he was a heavy equipment operator.
It terrified me to fall asleep, which I've done many a time. There's just something about a diesel engine running and the vibration, it put me to sleep. It was offered to me, I tried it, and I liked it, and we just started doing it. It just progressed from a weekend thing to an everyday thing.
Later, a friend told him about a lucrative income source, cooking and selling meth.
He said, "You want to make some money?" I said, "Sure, why not? Who doesn't want to make any extra money?" So we were selling it to my truck driver friends and my sister, and they were wanting to know where this was coming from, because we were, the grade of stuff that we were cooking was above anything else that you could get back there. So everybody wanted what we had.
Robin and his wife, Gail, were addicts for years. He made good money, all the while trying to stay one step ahead of the law.
I had my 16-year-old son helping me sell it. If there was anything I could ever take back in life, it would be doing drugs with my son and having him help me in the process. We went around, we got ingredients, we would kind of hotel hop, you know, just go from one weekly to another, and we'd cook our batch and get out. People started going to jail, and that's when it started getting real. After that, I got my stuff together and got out of Dodge.
But then the 2008 recession hit. Robin was desperate for more ways to make money, so he began stealing and selling copper to pay his bills.
I was actually out of work for 2.5 years. My unemployment was running out. I had a truck payment, so my friend and I, we started going out and stealing copper wire. We actually went out one night, and Gail begged me not to go.
But Robin went anyway. After loading his pickup with copper, he and his friends sped away from the scene of the crime.
When we got pulled over, actually I was about a block from I could actually see my house on the way home. And I had all this wire in the back of the truck, and it went downhill from there.
He was arrested and was given probation. However, after a failed drug test, Robin was sentenced to 2 to 5 years in jail. While there, he began watching a video series on the history of the Bible that changed his life.
I was in jail, and I'm sitting there watching the story of the Bible, and my whole life just started going before my eyes. And I went back to my bunk and just begged God for forgiveness. I could feel it. I could feel the Holy Spirit in me. And it was just something I'd never, ever felt before. And that was the first time I'd ever felt like I was born again. I got up and I felt like a new person.
Robin decided he would spend the rest of his sentence living clean and preaching the gospel.
I would just pray and I read the Bible 4 times cover to cover. It was like I had no desire to cuss, or my addiction was gone. I mean, everything was like a clean slate for me. From that moment on, I was a different person.
He was released a week before Thanksgiving 2014. While he was in prison, his wife also gave up drugs and came to Christ.
I really had something to be thankful for. We didn't have a lot, I'll put it that way, because I just got out of jail. It was probably the best Thanksgiving I ever had.
Robin is now a part of the organization God Behind Bars and is now ministering to inmates struggling with addiction.
If you're living this lifestyle and your life is just in disarray, and you hear this voice in the back of your head saying, "Stop, I'll help you," it's the voice of God. I'll help you. All you have to do is ask. If it wasn't for going to jail, I'd probably be doing the same thing I've been doing for decades. I wouldn't have the story I have, and wouldn't be where I'm at today. Life has been just totally different, and all I can think of is, why did I take so long? And that was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life.